this lesson, you will be learning how to convert fractions to decimals. By the way, you learned this back in 3rd or 4th grade, but we're reviewing it now. And it is part 1 of 2 lessons about converting. So, fractions. There are things called benchmark fractions. 1/2, 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, that most people have memorized what their conversion is to a decimal. So this is 5/10, 1/4 is 25/100. Again, 0.5 or 0.5. 3/4 is 75/100. There are other benchmarks, the tenths. So 1/10 is, well, look at that. 1/10. 5, let's make it 6/10 when it is converted to a decimal, looks like that. So these are all called benchmark fractions. There are actually more of them, but these are just a few examples of benchmark fractions. And often at this point, we've memorized their conversion. In this lesson, we are going to take fractions that we don't have the memorized decimal conversion. One example is 3/8. So how do you convert 3/8 to a decimal? Set up my paper. This is the math work, and these are the notes. To convert it, we actually do a division problem, because actually a fraction is a way to show division. We take the denominator, we divide it into the numerator. When you look at 3/8, you know that's not a whole number. So it would make sense that its decimal conversion is going to be less than 1. And I'm going to switch colors here because once again I crammed my notes together. So 8 cannot go into 3, of course. So we're going to add some zeros to extend it. Of course, they have no value because they're to the right of the decimal point. 8 goes into 30 3 times. 6, bring down the 0. 8 goes into 60 7 times, and that's a 56. Bring down the 0, and then 8 goes into 40 5 times. So the decimal equivalent of 3/8 is actually 375,000. Let's do another fraction to decimal conversion. This time let's work with 5/8. And it's the exact same process. In fact, I'd like to use a different number. How about 5/6? Because that'll let us do another math skill. All right, so we want to convert that. So as you know, we're going to divide the denominator into the numerator. And pause this video, of course, anytime along the way. You can see I've done some messy dividing. Let me move that up. So we are here, bring down the 0. 6 goes into 20, still 3 times, that would be 18. I know this is going to go on and on. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to stop right here and round it usually to the nearest hundredth. Okay? So the equivalent, the decimal equivalent of 5/6 is 0.83 hundredths. For our last conversion, I am going to take 7/25. We want to convert it to a decimal. Here you're going to use your math fluency. Immediately you recognize, wait a second, 25 goes into 100 in and there are hundreds and decimals. So let me go ahead and make this, convert this into an equivalent fraction. So 7 times 4 equals 100. So we would just multiply. You know I meant 25 times 4. 7 times 4 is 28. And so the decimal equivalent of 7/25 will be 28 hundredths. There will be a separate video for the other conversion.